Hey folks, welcome back to the city. In today's video, some new buildings. So I'm trying to get this street finished with stores on the ground floors and residential accommodation above. And this week I got round to building a laundry and donut shop. And sticking with my Dutch canal house theme for this bit, I've added rather ornate rooftop designs, and the one on the right has a tan, white and dark blue colour scheme, and the left-sided narrow building is a mixture of browns, black and white. I've reused the awning from the donut shop, and the front of the laundry from the brick bank is still the original build. This is the original, and I only reused a very small part of them, just the front facade really. I love that original soap studs laundry build on the brick bank. It was so tiny, so it was easy actually to rebuild it into a small, narrow Dutch style building. This is the back of my street now, and I put laundry bags in a cart just outside the laundry at the back there. For most of the exterior walls here, I used masonry bricks, and then with navy blue and white parts around the edges and pillars for the laundry building, and the donut building uses old-fashioned brown windows, and I put plants on the windowsills to add a bit of colour. The narrow blue rooftop is my favourite, and I actually can't remember where I got all those tiles and slopes from. It's from some kind of set from Friends, I think, I can't remember. Anyways, let's take a closer look at this. I made this lower wall with bands of nugget and brown coloured bricks, which looks good on the inside, but is kind of stupid because, well, no one will ever see this, but I have to make the ground floors look good for myself really. The rest of the structure is relatively open, like I've done before. It's only the top that has a finished look, but this works very well. It's actually strong enough with the floors and the front and rear facades holding it all together. I have kept the same shopfront laundry design, but I have added the billboard advertisement above this. It would have been a window, but I thought it would look cool to add this huge sign above it instead, and it's held in place on the back with just snot bricks on the inside. It's very simple. Above this, I wanted to do a larger white window look like you see in many buildings in Amsterdam, and it has narrower, smaller windows above, which help to make it look taller. I had a few inverted blue curves, which are great for the gable ends with the parapets. I put some chimneys here in the middle as I ran out of the blue curved bricks, but it looks really nice, and it's definitely one of my favourite colours in Lego. I love the dark blue, and it really works as a rooftop. On this side on the left, I messed about trying to create different gable designs with a white wheel arch and black slopes, and it kind of looks like a wee sad face. Along this side here, I put a fence design on the top to give it a more interesting look and to kind of stand out from the other rooftops. To try not to waste bricks on builds, I did try to keep this design interesting looking using lots of different techniques, but I still didn't use too many bricks as I used long pillars and windows for the most part, and I wanted to make this building have larger gaps between each floor to give it as much height as possible. I did use a different window style on the bottom floor as I think it looked a wee bit better. Inside the donut shop, it is minuscule but lots of detail. I have an entire wall of donuts and cakes to choose from. They're on hinges built into the wall, and I added lights above which also come from the wall of the other building. Not a great deal of light gets in here, but it is a finished interior, tiled floor and the cashier at the back with a happy chap serving coffee and donuts. Here he is from the back. He's got just enough space to get in there. I mean, it's 6 studs wide, but really the interior is just 4 studs wide. So it was quite a challenge for me to make a decent interior. Now, this was the original laundry design, 4 machines at the back, which had a slide connected to the bank vaults, and not much else in here. So my soap studs has mini dolls in it today. She's waiting on her clothes. I made the floor a classic black and white tiled look, and on the wall I put some stickered and printed picture tiles up. I've made 2 extra machines and put them on the long side here. There's an employee and a wee cashier drawer. and some drawers on the side with detergents. You might have noticed the interior white bricks are manky, absolute bowfin, minging, good Scottish words for dirty, and that's because I used a load of sun damaged bricks from my collection, which are actually lovely pure white on the other side, and again, no one will ever see this. Many of these bricks actually came from my brick bank modular, and they were sun damaged sitting on a shelf for years, so it was great to be able to reuse them in this. On the back, I put some ventilation boxes for the tumble dryers. You know, alongside the other buildings in the street, I think it looks perfect. The lilac soap studs sign, it fits with the Pandora building on the other side of the staircase, kind of the same colour, and the laundry buildings, Rooftop, to me, it just fits really well. It's really all coming together now, although I don't really like having no sides to these buildings. In a perfect world, I would enclose them, but it really makes no sense to do so, as this is a static display that won't move, and it saves a fortune on bricks. Around the back, these big windows look really nice, and it brings in a lot of light, which is quite important. I think many months or maybe a year or two from now, I'll get around to lighting all these buildings, and especially the ground floors, so we can see more of the details. I've got the torch on here and it's no good. It's very difficult to get a good shot of the interiors. Anyways, that's another 2 buildings done. Lots more on the way. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.